Hello, family. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy E, the Dividend Passport Bro, back with another video, guys. Today is another amazing day in the market. I want to say thanks to all of our new subscribers, guys. Thanks for liking, watching, sharing the content. I appreciate you guys because without you guys, without the subscribers watching the content, I would not be here making these videos. I say that all the time, and that is the fact. Okay. So, with that said, guys, okay, after having like the last two, yesterday was great. Today it's okay, right? No losses in the portfolio. Now the market's gonna close in the next 6 minutes, but for me, like I tell you guys, any day my portfolio is in the green, that's a good day for me because if my portfolio is in the red, that affects my margin, guys. It affects my margin. And of course, y'all know we're trying to get above 60. We were at 60, but I did spend some money today buying a couple of things in the portfolio. So, of course, that changed the amount of money we have in the portfolio, guys. Remember, I'm just a 52-year-old man that makes video about my portfolio and my portfolio alone. So, do not take this as financial advice. Okay, guys? So, before the market closed, right now you can see Google, JP Morgan, Chase, Oracle, Netflix, Amazon, Home Depot, Starbucks, CVS, ExxonMobil are all in the red. Okay. Now, Apple, Berkshire Hathaway, Tesla, GE, did I say Broadcom earlier? That was Oracle. Broadcom, Nvidia, Meta, I think I read said Apple, Waste Management, Costco, Pepsi, Coca Cola are in the green, guys. Okay, that's good for people who invest in those companies. I invest in those companies in my Roth, but in my Roth it got some risky stuff in there, but it still got some safer stuff in there. We generating about $1,000 a month right now in my Roth. Right, we have about $50,000 in my Roth, and we generate $1,000 a month. So that's good, and I don't have to touch that money for another 7.5 years. Okay, I mean I can pull it out to buy another house if I need to. Um, so that's going to benefit me. So but we're gonna see what happens. But for now, it is doing good. Okay, guys, let's look at some crypto real quick. Okay, Bitcoin is at $114,000. Ethereum is still at 14, not 14, 4,100. XRP went up a couple of cents. BNB is back over $1,000. Solano 208 is down 2.90% in the last 7 days. Doge also in the last hour is up 0.67% at 23 cents. I made some money from Doge back in the day. Okay. So Shiba Inu in the last hours is up 0.77%. In the last 7 days is down in the last 7 days. Okay. I mean that's crypto, right? Um, what I was gonna click on here? I was gonna click on something here about um, okay. Come on. Go back. The last appear last minute. Let's see. That'll give us a better update. All right, so Bitcoin on this thing is down. Um, and I mean the number go up and down, fluctuate. So it's kind of hard to keep a tab on the crypto these days. Okay, so let's get to the portfolio right before the market close. Okay, we are still doing good. As you can see, right, earlier this morning when I got the pop up news that market slipped. All right, so it went down a little bit before market open, right? Right when the market opened, it shot back up. Okay, it might say 8:30 here, but this Central Time. So when it push up, boom, it started to go back up, and then it didn't look back that much, right? And then at the end of the day, it's pretty much on the way up. And this is how I like to see. Like I said, hopefully this month will be a better month that we can get back some of the gains that we lost um, last month. I think we already made most of that money back already. if I'm not mistaken. But I mean, the more gains is better. The little distributions that came into the portfolios, I already spent it already today. So, I mean, we're going to see how things going to work out for the rest of this week. Okay. Um, in here, I had an extra like $7, whatever it was. It was $10 actually, and then I put that money into Western Union. Um, I mean, it's still down $15 overall, and then Pfizer is down $2 and change. Okay, that's what I'm losing. My loss so far across the this portfolio. So total $17, and then in my PLTY, we're still down 13%, which is by 1,925.09. So, I mean, guys, the portfolio is doing what it's supposed to do, right? When we get money in the portfolio, we spend. So, in my big boy portfolio, I bought a few things today that kind of took back my, increased my, what you call it, my margins, right? But I mean, I felt the need that we need to buy a few more things, right? It increased my margins and brought me down below 59%. So right now I'm back at 59% from 60%. So, I mean, I don't think it's bad because what I bought was some decent stuff, right? So, I mean, we still have, you know, a positive buying power that we can pick up a few things. So, I'm going to wait probably till maybe tomorrow or Wednesday, and then I'm going to probably sell some one of these yield max positions I have in my portfolio. Um, uh, Coney and Misty, I'm probably going to sell half of those in my portfolio, and you know, I don't know if I'm going to buy right now, right? But I'm gonna wait probably till after next week. Maybe I'll purchase something after next week. But I'm gonna sell half of those because I've still got a couple more weeks before Connie pays. So I mean, I can still buy back in depending on the price. But for now, I'm gonna um, sell those two, um, and that would give me a lot of, that would give me a lot of buying power, non-margin buying power, which is for me right now is good because I don't like the fact that I have a lot of my investments are, not a lot, but I have a lot of it that is covered by margin. So we're going to see how things going to go. If the market continues to, uh, I mean, still on a positive trend, then maybe I won't have to sell. But I mean, right now we're trying to get the income back up. So we buying income producing positions, right? So I mean, what the hell? I gotta lose. I mean, we're already down a certain amount of money, so we're gonna cut not all of it. Like I said, not all of it, but I want to cut maybe half of my Misty positions. I got like 5,000 of Misty right now, so maybe I'll cut that in half, right? Cut that in half, and then I have in Coney, I have 10,000 Coney. So maybe I'll cut that in half too. So, and then I can put the money into something else. And we're gonna see how much of a difference, right? It's gonna be as far as the portfolio is concerned. So, um, I don't know. I don't know. But like I said, I pay a lot of attention to my portfolio, right? And see how I need to make adjustments. And that's what it's about right now, making adjustments to the portfolio. Um, and if I sell right now, that would put 30 some $1,000 in the portfolio that I can spend on something else. And also that would increase my margin, even though The way Fidelity is set up, I know one of the guys were complaining about that. If you sell something in Fidelity, one of your margin positions, I think if I'm not wrong, you cannot use that money again for maybe another 30 days, right? I think that's might be it. I might have to call them to verify. But if you, let's say if I sell Coney, right, and tomorrow I want to buy something else, I can use the funds that I have, but I can't use it on margin. So let's say if my margin is $117,000, and then my actual funds I have in there is like $40,000. I can only use my actual funds that I have in there. I think for about 30 days. Okay, if I'm not mistaken. So correct me if I'm wrong, but for me, I don't think it's a bad thing, right? Because if I'm spending my own money, that gives me a bigger buffer against margins. And what I've seen, if I'm also after a certain period of time, they would convert that money to margins, to marginary funds. Anyway, I think that happened to me twice, where I bought some stuff with my regular cash, and then after a certain period of time, after a certain period of time, they convert that cash that I bought with my regular cash. I was like, okay, I'm building my buffer, and then I look, I see like a sale, but it wasn't like a sale. They just transfer that cash to margin, and my margin goes back up. I get more cash in my portfolio, but then my margin amount go back up. So, I mean, they're trying to make sure that they keep you, locked in and spending that money. So, like I said, I need to verify that. But from what I've seen, because I pay attention to my portfolio and I've seen those changes, but I need to call them and be like, okay, hey, I'm saying this. Is this if what I'm looking at, is this what it's supposed to be, or are you guys messing around with my money? you know. But overall, guys, like I said, the portfolio is doing good. Um, we're not here to worry about erosion. We hear about income, okay? And if it's one thing's not working, guess what? We go to something else, right? We hear about income. I'm ready to retire, okay? There's people out here that don't have nothing. They live in their cars, and they got jobs making $75,000, $80,000 living in their cars, okay? They live in their cars, okay, with beds and stuff in their car, cooking in their Cadillacs, okay? And the fact that I never want to have to do that is what I got myself in the situation I'm in. So if something was to happen in the U.S., I lose my job or whatever, this house is paid for cash. I have a property in the U.S. that is paid for cash. I got a tenant in there, but guess what? The HOA dues is like $300 a month. So if I don't have a job and I gotta pay $300 a month in the U.S. HOA dues, I'll pay you $75 here for HOA dues. Where do you think I'm gonna live? I'm gonna live here because I know that extra $200 something dollars can feed me for the entire month and maybe pay one or two bills. So guys, you need to have options. Okay, you need to have options. Okay, it's important for you to have options because if you don't have options, then you're stuck in the matrix. Okay, yes, I love my job. Today I log in to my bank account. I'm like, oh, I got paid today. Yes. Do I go and check my paycheck stuff? No, I don't do that. I gotta take some vacations. I got vacations I haven't taken all year. Right? I need to take some time, else I'm gonna lose them. So I got some vacation time coming, scheduling some vacation time. I'm trying to surprise some people, but some people don't like to be surprised. No matter how well you try to surprise them, they mess up their own surprises. So, but guys, I'm not here to yap in your ears and all this good stuff. Okay, invest in your future. Invest in your future is very, very important because if you don't invest in your future, you're going to be just like those folks out there who don't have a place to stay, who don't have money, right? And sometimes not by choice, right? Sometimes not by choice because these folks, they're working hard, but they still cannot make ends meet. And I thank God every single day that I found dividend investing, right? And these extreme high yield stuff is just icing on the cake. Because if I can make my 1 year expenses in 1 month. Well, I mean my Colombia 1 year expenses, not the U.S. expenses. Okay, I can make my U.S. expenses in 2 months expenses in 1 month. But in Colombia, my 1 year expenses, I can make it in my 2 years expenses. I can make it in 1 month, literally, because if I'm spending 2 grand a month and I'm making $24,000, I mean, you know what? It's a no brainer, right? But I'm not even spending 2 grand a month. I'm not even spending 2 grand a month. That's the thing. My actual expenses is less than $1,000 a month right now. The fact that I don't have to pay rent no more, right? The 300 some dollars I was spending for rent, now I'm getting equity in this property that I'm in. Guys, that's life. This is life. Okay? So invest in your future. Do what works for you. Okay? Don't say, oh, because Edwin did this, I'm going to do it. No, do what works for you. My job here, like I said, every single day is to motivate you guys. And if you're not motivated, that's your problem, bro. That's your problem if you're not motivated. Because as you can see, right, I'm still working at it. I'm still trying to improve my situation, make it better, improve my income, increase my income, even though I have enough. But what is enough, right? Because you never know what can happen tomorrow. So we got to try to increase our income, right? Increase your potential, okay? The new month coming in tomorrow, right now, we have to estimate it, right? This number is going to fluctuate because I made a lot of changes to the portfolio. It's going to go up and down. But next month, we have $35,000. I know it's going to be less than that uh, once the thing update, tomorrow. But still, it's still a lot of potential to increase this thing, right? So if we can get back over 30 grand this month and then next month 35 and next month's 40, we in a great, great shape. So you do, like I said, you do what you want to do. You do what works for you. But I'm doing what works for me. Okay? And in the process, I'm trying to help motivate some people. Okay? 7.8 million in 10 years. That's 10 years, that's annually, okay? 7.8 million annually. Now the number fluctuates. At some point we're 10 million, some point we're 8 million, right now we're 7.8 million. But this is the beautiful thing. The 5 year number, 1.7 million. Yesterday we were at 1.9 million. Okay. Now we're down to 1.7 million. It's still a lot of money. Okay. It's a lot of money. And we're gonna continue to work at it, guys. You need to do the same. Set your goals. Start somewhere. Don't say, oh, I need to make this money. I need to borrow this money. No. Because the longer you wait, the more you have issues, the more you're going to be stressed out, the more things going to go wrong, right? So start now. Put your dollar in your positions, right? If you're at Robinhood or Fidelity, you can purchase a dollar position. Okay? You can purchase a dollar position. So there's no excuse, bro. There is no excuse. You can purchase all of your positions. If you got 100 positions to buy, that's $100. If you got 50 positions you need to buy, that's $50. 25 is $25. You got to buy 10 positions to start. That's $10. $10, guys. Okay? You spend that eating at McDonald's, unhealthy stuff that don't do no good for your body. So stop the excuses and start putting yourself in a position to win. Okay? Stop putting yourself in a position to win. That's all I can tell you guys. With that said, have an amazing, amazing Tuesday. Okay, tomorrow is my busy day, but it is what it is. We're still going to do what we do all the time. We're going to be here making video for you guys because we love ya. We love ya. And we're here to support you. Just like you're here to support me, I'm here to support you guys also. Okay? So have an amazing day, and we're going to do this again tomorrow. Bye-bye, y'all.